Okay, guys, so you're probably here because, like me, you were on the search for a Sony C-800G microphone until you found out that it cost $10,000. Now, it seems that everybody wants to buy this thing. Uh, all the rappers seem to be using it, even pop stars like Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. It seems like all the Justins are really, gravitating towards this mic. And I want to be cool like these guys too, but honestly, I don't have $10,000 to drop on a microphone. That's just financially irresponsible, and no one should be buying a microphone for 10 grand. So I went on a quest and I started auditioning different microphones and listening to every online clip that I could find. And really, the Sony really does it stands apart from the rest. I mean, it does have something that no other microphone seems to really nail. It's got that beautiful high-end sheen, and it's not overly bright. It's just perfect that it sits in a mix with very little processing, and I want that. I mean, every engineer, producer wants that. But obviously it's $10,000, so I started looking, and a lot of people started recommending the Manley Reference C, that it can kind of get you in the ballpark of that. But I've heard it, and on certain voices, it does sound really nice. It can get you in the ballpark, but it's still not close enough. So I continued to search, and the closest that I came up with everything that I've heard online and all the clips, is this microphone. The Lewitt LCT 940. And if I had the budget, I would be buying this microphone. But it's still, I mean, you can see it's like $1,700. You could probably find it cheaper. Now, I would honestly tell you to listen to online clips of this microphone because it really is something quite spectacular. They used to have, I don't know if they still do, but they had side-by-side recordings from this microphone and to the Sony C-800G, and they were virtually indistinguishable. Like, you would not be able to tell which one came from which, and that's what really piqued my interest. And not only that, it's a tube microphone, but it's also got a FET circuit, so you can actually choose one or the other or blend both. So you can really experiment and get very unique sounds. And this would be an all-around great studio microphone because it would be fantastic on all kinds of instruments, not only vocals. But still, like I said, I can't really afford that kind of money because I got 3 kids, I got a lot of expenses, and $1,700, that's still out of my price range. So I continued further on my quest for a really cheap, broke microphone, and I have found it. And you are listening to it, and I think for the price, there is nothing that can compete at this price. And that is the MXL CR89. Now, as you can see, it's $249. And if you look for used ones, you could probably find it for about $200. But let me tell you, this is really undervalued because this is a phenomenal microphone. And there's actually a shootout online between this microphone and the Sony C-800G. And although there is a slight difference, most people would not be able to pick out that difference. And it's really that good. And as you can see, it's got a good proximity effect. So if I'm talking down here, and the minute I get closer, then you get that full, really thick tone. And I must say, it sits really well in a mix. I started doing all my latest tracks with it, and I don't need to do too much to it. And it's not a sibilant mic. I rarely ever had to treat any like high-end sharp S's or T sounds. It's really hard to get that to really stand out on this microphone. Like, I'd probably have to go right up to it, right up to the grill, and start just shh, and just really start with the shh sounds. But it sits well in a mix. Let's just put it that way. And obviously every voice is going to be different, but on my voice, I found sibilant problems on like a studio standard, like a U87 microphone. And before this microphone, I've had the AT 2020, which is actually a great microphone. It's got a really nice, some kind of like harmonic distortion on the high end. But still, if you get a little too close, you're going to get a little bit of sibilance on it. But this microphone, it just really sits really well in a mix. It's got a nice full tone. It's got a nice high-end sheen without being overly bright or tinny. And that's the problem that I find with a lot of the cheap Chinese condenser knockoffs. They're just overly bright and thin and tinny, and it's really hard to make them sound decent in a mix. But with this microphone, it gives you like a really nice, thick upfront and very smooth sound. And I should add, right now, there's no EQ or compression or anything on this microphone at all. It's plugged in directly into my sound card, which is a Tascam UH7000. And that's it. I'm using the internal preamp, and it sounds this good already. So the minute you start adding a little bit of air EQ, a little compression, and you put in a little reverb or delay on the vocal, you really have something really nice to work with. And if you actually want to hear it in action, you can hear some of the latest tracks on my channel that I'm actually singing. I've done them with this microphone, so you can hear how it sounds in a mix with effects and compression and all that good stuff. But if you have any questions, just leave me a comment, and I'll do my very best to answer it. And let me know what microphone is working for you right now, because they're always coming out with some new models and new things here and there. But this is just like I said, it's a bargain for what you're getting for $250 brand new with the shock mount and everything. I mean, that is just a steal, and I'm really surprised that it really, I'm not seeing these everywhere. Maybe it's a marketing issue, maybe just people don't want the word out. I don't know what it is, but I'm letting you know, and this is my honest opinion, and I hope you can be happy out of this microphone if you do end up getting it. Thanks.